What's up, everyone? Welcome to today's Get Ready With Me. I'm gonna be choosing some of my items through a random number generator and then some through just deciding what I want to put on. I'm very indecisive today, so that's mainly why I want to use the random number generator. But first I'm going in with the serum. This is the Sonage, I don't know how to pronounce that, collagen boosting serum. I got it through a subscription box, Kinder Beauty. I really like it. This is a serum that I would definitely repurchase. It has kind of like an herby smell to it, which I don't mind. It's not too strong. I was gonna check for the ingredients, but they're not on here. Maybe they were on the box that I threw away, so I'm not sure where that smell is coming from, but it smells really nice. And then for a primer, I'm gonna go with the Wet n Wild Glass Crack. I want some glow, but I feel like the e.l.f. would be too much glow for today. The Vita Labrada would be not enough. And honestly, pretty much all the glow products that I have would disappear anyway after I put on the rest of my makeup, even this one. So I don't know, we'll see how it ends up looking. Also, this product, I don't find that it does a lot of green or red color correcting with the green in here, but I really like how glowy it is. Also, it's very cheap. This is $5, but you also kind of have to use a lot of it to get the effect. Like, if the more glow, obviously the more product you have to use, and it's hard to tell. Okay, now you can tell already half the bottle is used up, and I might have used this probably like 4 times by now. So I would say this bottle might give me like 10 uses, but it is $5. So honestly, like, that's totally fine. But look at that glow. It's so pretty. For foundation today, I want to go in with the Kosas because I haven't used it in a while, and I want to check if this is still a good shade for me. I think it might be too light. I bought the lightest shade in 100. I did try a darker shade. Actually, I think that's what the sample is. I think this... I wanted to get a sample of the lighter shade before I buy the whole bottle. Yeah, it definitely has a very specific smell. So this is 100% the Kosas. I did not like the Kosas concealer. I don't know what the hype is all about. I found that it did nothing at all to my under eyes. Okay, so that's the difference in shade. You can't barely tell the difference. Let's see. Okay, you can tell that more. So this is the one shade darker. It definitely has a jump in darkness, but also a little bit more pink. And pink foundation is what I try to stay away from. So maybe today I should do like half and half of my face to test the color. Because sometimes I feel like this color is a little light. I like to apply this with a sponge, and this is actually just a dry sponge. Or maybe it's not too light. Maybe it is the right shade. I'm gonna swatch the darker shade before I apply it to the rest of my face. I like matching everything to my neck. Okay, so I feel like, so this is the darker shade, this is the lighter shade. I feel like the darker shade matches the tone of my face more, but my neck is more yellow than my face, and I like my face to match my neck. And you can see this darker shade is quite a bit darker on the neck, and this side looks great with the lighter shade. And also, a more yellow foundation helps to combat the redness in my face, versus anything that's more pink tone is just gonna pull more of that pinkness out of my face. So definitely, I think, do one last swatch on here. Definitely, I think I'm just gonna go in all over my face with the lighter shade, and I don't think it's too light for me. I'm not gonna bother myself anymore with trying to decide what shade, because I was like bothered about that for a long time. So now I know. I'm gonna wipe that off the neck. Okay, now I know, and now I can just stick to the shade that I know is proper for me, which is, I think it's 100. Yeah, very light and neutral 100. I love this foundation. I have been wanting to try the RMS, and I hear when I ask people on YouTube, like, how do you that have reviewed the RMS, how they compare it to Kosas. I've heard some say it's more coverage, some say it's less, some say it's thicker, some say it's creamier, thinner, and like, I get different responses from different people, so I think it's one of those things that you just kind of have to try for yourself. So I do really want to try it. But this foundation is super skin-like. I like the finish of it, that it's not too matte or dry. It's like really nice, dewy, but not too dewy. On the lids, I'm gonna go in with Item Beauty Concealer. It's a really great concealer, but packaging is horrible and it's being discontinued, so not much to say about it. I'm just trying to use it up because I don't want to throw it away because it is a good product. All right, I'm gonna set my eyes and then move on to bronzer and blush. I recently picked up the COVERGIRL Clean Fresh powder in transparent. I really have been enjoying the Wet n Wild one, this one, but okay, so this is like $9, this is $3. Packaging on both of these is horrible, but I understand for a $3 powder, like I expect the packaging to be crap. But for almost $10, $13, depending on what store you're at, for the packaging to be horrible, like you can feel, and then it's not even airtight, it moves a lot. I mean, I guess you get what you pay for. They're cheap, but that mattified really nicely. You can see so much shine under my eyes and it's all gone there. That's really nice. This is a Fit Glow brush. I love it so much. Okay, let's move on to the bronzer and blush. Recently, I bought the Chantecaille bronzer. I think that's what I'm gonna use today. I have been loving it. I mean, it's gorgeous. This is in the shade Sirena. I have been loving this bronzer. The packaging is so beautiful. Like, it definitely feels, you know, high-end. I want to try it with a stipple brush. This is the domed stipple brush from, dual fiber from e.l.f. But I think this is too small. I like a big, never mind, yeah. I like a big bronzer brush. I'm gonna go in with the pointed powder e.l.f. brush. And I like to go pretty heavy with this one because it is pretty light. Actually, I remember before I go in with this bronzer, I like to go in with a little bit of a contour shade. Okay, so I have this Phase Zero contour and this isn't sold anymore. I got it on Mercari a while ago, but I do really like it. And I just haven't found another contour shade that I like because this one's really light. So it's perfect for really light people like me. And it also doesn't get muddy. It's just a really nice tone. And I like to kind of put this one like right under the cheekbone. And then with the bronzer, I'm a little bit more liberal and I just kind of go all over the place with it because it's not, but look at how pretty that is. It's not too heavily pigmented, so I can kind of just go everywhere. Next is blush, and that's the thing that I'm going to use a random number generated choice for because I don't know what blush I want to pick. So let's see. The blush that the random number generator chose is this Almay blush in pink. Actually, I recently purchased a new bronzer, so that's the one I'm going to use, is the Bareminerals Kiss of a Rose. I have seen this so much on YouTube, and I couldn't decide which shade, and I don't know. I wanted it, but I felt like it took me forever to get one. So finally got one. I thought it was actually going to be a lot more pigmented. Okay, so here is the swatch of the, it's dark, right? But you can actually build it up. Like I noticed that, I like to use this brush for, I noticed that if you can go in, okay, well that's kind of a lot, but you can go in layers. I thought because it's so dark, it was just gonna, go crazy all over my face, but it doesn't do that. And I feel like this is one of those blushes, for that cold girl trend right now. Because for me at least, that's exactly how I would look in the wintertime or after a workout when my face is super red. I do find that with this blush, it is easy to kind of go crazy and get it all over my face like I did right there, but that's okay. I don't mind a lot of blush. Okay, after I talked about how buildable this blush is, I went a little crazy in the beginning and I had to conceal and then reblend it. But anyways, I really like this blush, and I love how pigmented it is. So it's definitely just takes a little bit of a learning curve, at least for me, to like really learn not to go overboard with this kind of blush. For my lips, I want to go in with like kind of a nude lip. This, I've had this for so long, I need to make sure it still smells fine. I feel like this one usually kind of washes my lips out because it's so nude, but actually I kind of like it today. This is Burt's Bees liquid lipstick in the shade Nude, Niagara Nude 802. I got it a long time ago, so I don't, well, I mean, it's probably been at least a year. So I'm sure they still sell it, but I don't know. Okay, I actually really like this look. I think a brown lip liner would have been nice, but I don't actually wear lip liners. I feel like they really like sit in my pores on top of my lips. So anyways, that's that. And then for my eye look today, I actually want to do a palette bingo. So I'm going to do a separate video for that. And then I will be back to finish the look. Well, I forgot to come back and finish the video. So here I am afterwards. It's actually been a little while after that, and it's the eyeshadow starting to get patchy, but nonetheless, it was a very fun look to create. So if you want to see that, go to the video will be uploaded either before or after this one.